I have Windows, but also I like Mac OS or same thing or different. I have a Windows computer, but I like to explore and learn Linux. So when we talk about Windows and Linux, we basically talking about two different languages, two different operating systems. So they don't actually kind of merge each other. They can connect each other, they can transfer files, but they don't talk. They are different vendors. So one of the solutions that technology offers these days, it's called virtual machine. So virtual machine, in other words, you have an operating system, you have a computer with an operating system, and within that computer, within the operating system, you can build a virtual machine that's going to be a section of your hardware, right? And it is a software code, and that operating system, that virtual machine can be work as independent from your computer. So in other words, what they're going to do, it will actually kind of map all your hardware resources. So I will create a virtual machine on top of my computer. It sits over there, and I will map all my resources, or resources like the networking, the hard drive, and the processor. It will capture some of the percentage of my processor and memory. So the main reason to use virtual machines is because it runs independently, and it runs within the computer with operating system, right? You can actually set up a different operating system on it. So if you have a computer with Windows, you can launch Hyper-V, that's the technology for virtual machines, and open or create a new virtual machine, and on top of the virtual machine, install Linux on it. So you have two environments. When you power on your computer, you're going to have Windows. When you power on the virtual machine, you're going to have Linux. And they can kind of live in the same environment. So they say, well, I have Linux over here, and I have Windows over here. So you can have both operating systems in one place and sharing the same resources. I mean, let me tell you something. Virtual machine is very, very, very popular these days. So companies are taking a lot of advantages on the design of virtual machines. Why? Because they can purchase computers like a server and have a very powerful processor, very powerful memory, very powerful hardware resources, and they can virtualize on different instances within the server. So, I mean, there are companies that when they buy, they have a server on it, right? They have like 100 virtual machines on one server, right? There are companies that have 150 virtual machines on one server. We have 150 instances of different operating systems running at the same time, sharing the same resources of your computer. So virtual machine is very popular in IT, and it's a technology that still kind of continue growing. There are some companies in these days that are kind of pursuing and design virtual machines, like VMware used to be VMware. Now it's part of the Broadcom company. Or Microsoft itself, they have virtual machines as well, part of the design. Okay. All right. Another feature for the operating system is going to be how to manage user accounts. So user accounts, identify which resources a user can get access to it. And like if